Hey guys, and welcome to my 2-month postpartum video. Liam is now 2 months old and a few days. 2 months and 3 days old. So not too late this time. But he's snoozing right now. He's had kind of a rough day, so if he gets a little bit fussy, I'm going to go pass him off to Daddy. But other than that, he'll stay here with us through the video. So things have been going pretty well. I think he's definitely hitting a growth spurt though, because really probably since Saturday he's been pretty fussy. He's been wanting to eat constantly, and I know all of that is signs of growth spurts, and those can be mental growth spurts and physical growth spurts. So although it can be a little bit rough, it's a good thing because he's developing and doing what he's supposed to do. We also have some great news as far as breastfeeding goes. We have been exclusively breastfeeding now for 2 weeks and 1 day. Our lactation appointment, we had one yesterday, but the one before that we had 2 weeks before that, and we were given the green light to go ahead and go exclusively at the breast because he was getting everything that he needed, and basically everything was just going really well. He was gaining weight like he was supposed to, so we were given the green light. So he has not had a bottle for 2 weeks and 1 day, which is wonderful. Because even though it took us a while to get there, we're finally at the exclusively breastfeeding area. So that was really exciting. Along with that goes breastfeeding in public. That was one thing that I was a little bit worried about. I don't think there's anything wrong with breastfeeding in public, but it did make me a little bit nervous just because I was worried about how other people would react. But ultimately, obviously, feeding my child is my top priority. So I have breastfed in public 3 times. The first time we were at a movie. I was a little bit nervous to bring him to a movie, but he did great. We went to see Wonder Woman, and basically when he woke up, I just let him nurse, and he nursed until he fell asleep, and that was it. No crying through the movie. And it was nice to have my first breastfeeding in public experience at a movie theater because it was dark. Nobody could see what was going on. We didn't have anybody right next to us, so we were pretty off. So not like super public, but it was just a nice way to ease into things. The second time though, I was with my mom at Chick-fil-A. That happened after my Remicade treatment on Friday. I was really worried that we were going to have to give him a bottle. I even packed him a bottle because if you don't know, when I get my Remicade infusions, I have to sit in a chair and I have the IV attached to me for like 2-3 hours. So I figured we would definitely have to give him a bottle, but he actually did not get fussy until right at the very end of my treatment. So after the treatment, I actually went out to the car and breastfed him in the car for a little bit, and then we left. We went to Chick-fil-A, and he got a little bit fussy, so I breastfed him again at Chick-fil-A. I do have one of those covers, so I just popped the cover over me and fed him right there. I don't know if anybody knew what I was doing, but even if they did, they couldn't see anything because I had my cover. And then the third time was actually yesterday. After my lactation appointment, I went to work and introduced him to everybody at my work, and spent a long time there because obviously he's adorable and everybody wanted to hold him and see him and, you know, just talk to us. So we spent a little bit longer there than I anticipated, and by the time we were leaving, he was very hungry. I didn't want him to have to go the whole ride home being hungry, so we just, I turned the air on, we sat in the front seat, and I nursed him until he was full, and then we went home. So each time has been relatively stress-free, and it's been going great. I'm very, very excited about it. Let's see, what else has been going on with this? Really not much, guys. Just, you saw my day in the life. That's pretty much how my life goes. As far as his weight goes, though, he was 9 pounds and 15 ounces yesterday. So he's gaining a little bit more than half a pound a week. So he is on the higher end of the gaining. He's going to be a big boy. But I'm just loving it every week. Seeing a little bit more chunk on him and seeing that he's healthy. That was just something I was really nervous about when he was first born, having to be in the NICU, that there was going to be issues, but he's doing great. As far as I'm doing, I'm also doing really good. I have not started working out yet, even though I keep saying I'm going to, but I've actually only got between, it kind of fluctuates, but between 12 and 13 pounds left to lose to be back at my pre-pregnancy weight. I know I'm going to need to work out to get some of my tone back. I was not toned beforehand by any means, but I was more toned than I am now. There's a lot more flat than there used to be. But yeah, Daddy's doing great also. He's, I think I told you on my last update, he's really basically back to work full time now. So luckily though, he does get to work from home a lot. So that's very nice. I try not to bug him while he was at home because I want him to be able to work at home, just if nothing else for the company. But I think that's it, guys. If there's anything else you want me to talk about in these updates, let me know. My Q&A is going to be coming up next, so look up for that one. I'm thinking I'm going to post these both today, so my Q&A should be up shortly, if not already. But I will talk to you guys later.